In today's video, we are going to identify and talk about three different pairs of angles that you find on parallel lines and transversals. The first one being vertical angles, the second one being linear pairs, and the third one being corresponding. This is a continuation, and if you did not get this information talking about different angle pairs, I recommend that you pause and write it down, or go back and watch the video, probably even better. So vertical angles are angles on opposite sides of two intersecting lines. And I'm going to let you know vertical angles, there are four pairs of vertical angles when you're dealing with two parallel lines and a transversal. So again, our lines are parallel, so I'm going to put our markings in. The first pair that we're going to have are going to be angles 1 and 4. Another pair would be 5 and 8. And then a third pair would be, again, opposite sides of intersecting lines would be 2 and 3. They're opposite of each other. And then a fourth pair would be 7 and 8. So, put them over here. Angles 1 and 4. Angles 2 and 3. Angles 5 and 8. And angles, actually I should write them over here. That's what I'll do. 1 and 2 and 3. Sorry. 1 and 4. 5 and 8. And 6 and 7. It'll make it a little bit easier to see. I could put 6 and 7 over here as well. Now the question is, when we're solving, because we are going to get into solving, are they congruent or supplementary? Well, as I look, and we talked about on the previous one, angle 2 is acute, angle 3 is acute, angle 1 is obtuse, and angle 4 is obtuse. So therefore, we're going to say that they are congruent. So an equation to solve when we have things that are congruent, angles that are congruent, would be angle A is equal to angle B. So we would just set them equal to each other. Linear pairs, I'm going to let you know there are 8 linear pairs. And linear pairs are two angles that are adjacent and supplementary. Adjacent meaning next to each other, and supplementary meaning they add up to 180 degrees. So the first pair I'm going to look at is angles 1 and 2. And then I'm going to go angles 3 and 4. And then I'm going to come down here and say, hey, you know what, 5 and 6. And then I'm going to say 7 and 8. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So that's 4 of the pairs. Now we're going to look for the other 4. And I'm just going to kind of adjust or slide. I'm going to go angles 1 and 3 right here because they're a straight line. They're supplementary. Angles 2 and 4. So 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. And then we come down here and we match them up again. 5 and 7 and 6 and 8. And those are your 8 pairs of linear pairs. Again, the question, are they congruent or supplementary? Well, it just says right here in the definition that they are supplementary. So I will write that down here, supplementary. And then the equation to solve, well, supplementary, they add up to, so angle A plus angle B is equal to 180. They add up to 180 degrees. And then you would solve for that. The last pet set that we are doing is corresponding angles. And I will let you know that there are 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Definition for corresponding angles are angles in the same location on the other parallel line. So you'll notice that the 2 parallel lines here have created groups of 4 angles. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So they are in the same location, top left, on the other parallel line, top left. So this would be angles 1 and 5 would be corresponding. I'll do a different color just to help you out. Angles 2 and 6 would also be corresponding. Let me get a third color here. 3 and 7 would be corresponding. And then I'll get a pencil here and I'll go 4 and 8. And again, going back to the question of are they congruent or supplementary, well, if we look at 1 and 5, we can tell that they are both obtuse. 2 and 6 are acute. 3 and 7 are acute. 4 and 8 are obtuse. They're both the same, so they would be congruent. And our equation to solve would be angle A is equal to angle B. So when we are doing equations, it's either going to be, are they congruent or supplementary? And then if they are congruent, angle A equals angle B. If they are supplementary, angle A plus angle B equals 180. If you have any questions on these, please watch back the video. Make sure you copy everything down so you can refer to this when you're just starting off practicing learning your angle pairs. Have a great day.